a very good evening to you. I'm Lisa Lloyd with the CBC Evening News and our top story. Government has been put on notice. The main public sector union will be approaching it for salary increases very soon. After years of holding strain, the National Union of Public Workers says it will be seeking government out in the new year. President Akani McDowell says it's time Barbadian workers receive their just dues. The last public sector wage increase was back in 2009.
There are a number of policy decisions that we are going to try to implement in the new year, and one of them is, yes, a salary increase for public servants. The information is now before the executive. It has to go before council for ratification, and once that is done, we will start the process of engaging government in negotiations. Yes, but a salary increase is definitely on the table for NUPW.
Mr. McDowell says they have checked out the matter fully and are satisfied that the government has the ability to pay the workers. His executive plans to seek the council's ratification to submit the proposals when it meets just before Christmas.
We don't do things haphazardly. We would have done our research. That was my instruction to my executive member, Corey Beckles, who is really in charge of this process, and he would have put together some of the best minds in Barbados to determine whether or not we could afford a salary increase. And he has indeed said to me, yes, we can afford a salary increase, and that is the direction we are going in. We are going to ask government for one.
Well, for the second straight day, hearing of the National Conservation Commission workers' retrenchment case has been delayed. That hearing, which has been stalled since October, was set to resume again today at the auditorium of the Labour Department at Warrens. But the lawyer for the NCC's management, Mitch Codrington, was again indisposed. Commission Chairman Queen's Counsel Hal Gollop told the hearing he only received correspondence to that effect today and had no time to inform the various parties of the development. Now, a clearly annoyed Mr. Gollop says since the tribunal began its hearings, it has been adjourned 4 times. He is contending that the situation has reached a level of unreasonableness, is unsatisfactory, and cannot continue in this way.
This is unsatisfactory and will not be further tolerated. We are going to set some dates. I think it has reached that point. We are going to set some dates on which this hearing must proceed. And it is up to the parties involved to see to it that they are represented by counsel. It is their duty to choose which counsel they want, and have them here present.
Mr. Gollop says the statute governing tribunals in relation to the absence of the council is silent, but he suggested it may be time for Parliament to address this issue in the Act. He also indicated Mr. Codrington had suggested meeting on December 23rd and 24th and December 29th and 30th, which he found unacceptable.
A suggestion that he would be available on the 23rd and the 24th of December. That's Christmas Eve and the day before Christmas Eve. And the 29th and the 30th of December. The Old Year's Day and that. No, I really must express my absolute abhorrence that this could be suggested to a commission, to a tribunal that is sitting in an important matter like this and has been making every effort to get this matter heard and concluded.
Mr. Gollop says the tribunal needs at least 2 full days to complete the hearing of that matter. Acting Manager of the Sanitation Service Authority, Roslyn Knight, doesn't think the recent implementation of the tipping fee has anything to do with the illegal dumping at Butts Plantation over in St. Thomas. Speaking to CBC News this morning, she says dumping in the area has been going on for a while. However, she also believes that security measures at Butts will be effective in solving the problem there.
We need more lighting. We need to monitor it. We need to install some cameras and monitor it. We also need to enforce the laws that are already in existence, and we need to prosecute some persons.
Over the last 3 months, the SSA has collected 70 loads or 171 tons of garbage there. With the help of 5 trucks, a bobcat and an excavator, workers of the SSA were out in their numbers cleaning up the garbage. Assistant Manager of Engineering at SSA, Sean Phillips, says laws against illegal dumping need to be enforced.
Waste is in the media non-stop 24 hours. And we have to take a stance on this illegal dumping, and we have to enforce whatever laws that are in place and whatever mechanisms are there in order to combat this illegal dumping.
More news just ahead, but first we want to hear from you on this question. Do you think a NUPW demanded wage increase is justifiable in the new year? You can text yes or no to short code 8111. We'll have the results for you by the end of the news.